Okay, so this isn't going to be a normal vlog. I just wanted to use this kind of as an excuse to show some drone footage. So apology in advance if any of this video previous to what I'm recording now doesn't look good. I just today was messing around with the settings on the GoPro and found out that you can actually shoot 4K with it. I didn't know that. And so before, I think I had like, I don't know, I had the frames per second too high. It was 720, so video quality should improve on the GoPro from now on. Alright, so we saw this like 2,000 pound pig. I just made that up. I have no clue how much weight it was. Pretty big. Camera, it doesn't really do it justice in the video, I'm not gonna lie. That thing was huge though. So I think at the state fair they do like cattle judging and sheep judging and all that kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of livestock. And one thing they actually had was little mini pig races. They took around a track and chased after some Oreos. The pig I bet on didn't win. So some of the livestock they had was sheep, and I believe this is a ram. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this old boy had some pretty nasty big horns. By nasty, I mean like mean nasty. So one of the iconic things about the Texas State Fair is what they call big Tex. Now, I've seen pictures of this guy, and in pictures and videos he doesn't seem that big, but seriously, he was huge. Here's the part that I really like. So they have these barns, not barns. They have these big shed type things, and a bunch of car dealers or car companies are in there with their new 2018 models and some 2017 models. Now, I originally thought that there was going to be some like supercars, some hypercars like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, but they still had some pretty cool like Corvettes. They had one of the new Camaro. They have one of the new 2018 Camaros there that you'll see, as well as some Z06s. I actually got inside of both the Camaro and the Z06. Comfort-wise, you know, I didn't get to drive either of them. Comfort-wise, oh, that brings up a story. But comfort-wise, the Camaro seemed more comfortable. It just seemed more spacey. The Corvette just seemed a little tight. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, and so, you know, I didn't quite fit in the Corvette. But I still think I would like the Corvette more just because I think the looks of it. So you can test drive the Z06s, right? Well, it opened at 10. We showed up at 10. Problem was you had to be 18 to drive them, and I turned 18 in like 3 months. No exceptions, understandably. So my uncle was going to drive and I was going to ride with him. But in order to do that, you have to drive one of their non-performance cars like an SUV or truck first before they let you do that. So we were waiting in line, find out that in order to drive the sports cars, the Corvettes, you can't take a passenger. You have to take one of the Chevy dealership people, and so I wasn't even gonna be able to go. And after waiting, long enough, the line wasn't very long because like I said, we were there first thing in the morning. But after waiting long enough, we decided to leave because it wasn't worth it since I couldn't drive and I couldn't even go. One thing I've noticed with the GoPro, and I don't know if it has to do with the settings, but the light glare, at least on my Hero 4, it can't handle the light glare very well. Like you see inside here where there's, all these lights on the building and then lights from the cars reflecting. it just can't handle everything. It's like the lights after the car thing. We walked around, checked out some stuff. They had some cool food. They actually had fried root beer float, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it was alright. It was kind of like ice cream. We had a whole bunch of extra tickets, and in order to do rides, you had to have tickets. Well, we didn't have time to blow through all the tickets that we had on the smaller rides, because smaller rides took like 15 or 20 tickets. And so we decided we were going to do one of the bigger rides, one of the, like the Ripcord or something like that. Well, in order to do that, in order to Ripcord, we had to get a time. And we had a deadline when we needed to leave, so the timing wasn't going to work. But there was actually a ride called the Slingshot. Was 0 to 80 in 1.2 seconds. It's quite fast. So, I was planning on filming at the gym today. I was planning on, commentating or whatever. Got to the gym, turned the GoPro on, and it died. So, there's not even any lifting footage in this video, so I apologize for that. Come back for, let's see, this is going up Sunday. Come back for Tuesday's video, and there will be some lifting. But yeah, I apologize about that. And then, that's the rest of what happened this weekend. Like I said, I want to show some drone footage. But I figured, okay, so in order to do good edits, you have to have high frame rates. Because when you shoot in high frame rates, then when you, so here, for example, if I shoot in 120 frames per second, that means it's taking 120 pictures per second. And so if I want to slow that down to 25% or even 50% of normal, at 25% it's still like 30 frames per second. So like on my old camera that I used to record with, if I were to take, I think I only shot 29 or 30 frames per second. If I were to shoot something and then try to slow it down, it's real choppy because there's not as many frames. But with this, I can shoot 120 frames per second in 1080p, and I think like 30 is the most you can do in 4K, but I can shoot 120 frames per second at 1080p, so I can do edits with that. Once I slow it down, then it's still real smooth and stable. But watching a video like this in 120 frames per second would be cancer to your eyes. You have a terrible time trying to watch it in that many frames per second. So it's cool that I'll be able to do that from now on. But in the video, guys, I'm going to show you some drone footage that I took from around here. There's some nice houses out here, but apologize, this video wasn't that interesting. I just wanted to, show you a little bit what I've been up to these last couple of days. And, you can expect more vlog-like videos. Hoping to get a new camera soon. Wish me luck. But it's 11:30. This video is supposed to go up in 8.5 hours. That means I have to edit, export, and upload by 8. Wish me luck.